Good morning, Modern Status. We just harvested a batch of meat birds and our turkeys the other day, so I have one less chore right now. Good morning, ladies. Maverick and Goose, you're in here. So it feels kind of strange not to be out moving the birds around on pasture this morning. We have another batch of meat birds, but they're not out on pasture yet. They'll go out probably next week. We want them to get a little bit bigger before we put them out. So this morning I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. I'm like, oh yeah, we don't have the meat birds. So it's kind of funny when you get into certain routines of doing different things. Wearing a new hat today. If you guys want to check out our Lumnah Acres merch, I'll have a link in the video description down below. For our store, we have hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts. We're working on a couple of new t-shirt ideas that was sent up by viewers. If you guys have any ideas, you can send them to our email. There's a link in the video description down below to there. And I can't wait to see the new ones. The t-shirt company is a little busy right now, so it'll be a few more weeks before we see the first design come up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Buttercup's already eating.
She's already eating. I can't get over how shiny she's just now getting, like.
Her coat is beautiful right now.
So good.
You girls hungry for breakfast, huh? Huh? Are you hungry? Say we're always hungry, Al. We're always hungry. So our 2 batches of meat birds and 4 turkeys, whew, have eaten more grain than our 2 pigs have so far. Which I just think is funny. Good morning, Chicken Little. Good morning, lady.
She's gonna come check out what there's on the ground.
You're looking for some leftover grain? You ate over in NYC and now you're trying to find more food?
I'm waiting for her to get right up here sometime.
Me too.
Come on. Come see me.
Oh, she's gonna help herself to some grain. Alright, I need to get back in this. I can finish getting the meat birds that grain. You're all set, ready to go, Buttercup. I liked it better last week when I didn't have to put a leash on you and you would just follow me back to the pasture. Now you don't want to, huh? Nope, we gotta go over this way. You can't go see the boys. No, ma'am. I guess Buttercup's gonna be the first one today to the hay feeder. Ivy's trying to get a drink. Buttercup won't stop. Ah. That's my foot blossom. We have the meat birds in here, but also, I don't know if you guys remember the free chick we got in that last batch of meat birds. That bird is right here. Let's see if I can, he's right there, all white and feathered feet. What breed of chick do you think that is? Leave in the comments down below, let me know what kind of chicken you think that is. It's gonna be interesting to see what she looks like when she grows up, but I'm pretty sure it's a she and it's not a he. So we got a free hen, which would be laying eggs and not a rooster. on our project here. We're in the waiting mode right now, waiting for the engineered plans to come back, and we're waiting for the materials to get delivered. So once everything gets here, we'll start that project in a little while. What are you all yappy about this morning? You're out on beautiful pasture to eat, huh? Yeah. I think the boys are starting to get into rut mode. Huh. Starting to be breeding season for you, isn't it? Good morning, ladies. There you go. You're getting a good drink there, Nora. We're starting to get the remnants of the tropical storm that just hit down south and supposed to be coming up here today. I think later today, tomorrow, and the next day. And we just went in and had breakfast. Our tent was still up nice, and I just came back out. And now our tent's full. We can get that put away before we forget. And we'll get our plucker put inside. We need to harvest our potatoes today and see how good of a harvest we've got. And we're gonna set up in the outdoor kitchen, and we're gonna let them dry and cure in here. Watch out, Tanner. So I have a couple of sawhorses, and then we have a big old screen door that we're gonna set up in here and let our potatoes dry on. So when we built this outdoor kitchen, these windows here are all windows from a big sliding glass door that I took out part of the job I used to work at. And they had big screen doors too, so this would be perfect for curing our potatoes on. Ooh.
What?
A little wider than, I'll have to get some 2x4s to go this way. I cut up the 2x4 so we have enough support to hold our drying rack. I don't mind sacrificing this 2x4 because this is the one we had used as a table to cut up all of the greenhouse metal. So hoping for a good sized harvest of potatoes, but I guess realistically I don't know what to expect for pound wise. We have one row that's about 30 feet long, and then we have another row that's probably like 10 feet. And we did a bunch of different varieties this year so we could see which ones grow better for us. So that'll work. I like it. So all but one of the varieties are ready for harvesting. We got one variety in the middle. It's nice and green still.
Right.
So we won't harvest those potatoes, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 varieties that we can harvest today. They've been dying back for a few weeks now. And I shut the water from the drip line off to them so that way it would dry out and the potatoes wouldn't rot. I love harvesting potatoes. It's fun, but it's like an anticipation because you have no idea how good they did grow it. Because everything's under the ground.
Oh!
So
Is that fun?
It is.
Oh, and then you can grab it after with the eel.
Yes, I'm going to throw it over here. You got some nice skins. There's a little one right there. These are tiny ones, but the little ones will be good for eating now.
Got my peas, we got onions, so guess what we're gonna have? New peas,
But they
fish,
got
and onions.
a really nice skin on them. So we've let them cure long enough. So we'll get the plant out, and then once the plants are out, we can still dig around.
Okay.
hopefully it should still, yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it's rotted. That might have been the seed potato. Actually, that was pretty deep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and pull,
Yeah.
and then you can come through after.
Yep.
That works.
I'll have to see what variety this one is for too. I will also say this year when we ordered our potatoes, we ordered them really early in the season, but it was hard to get the varieties we wanted. Some of these varieties we just had to order because they were already out of stock on seed potatoes because of the coronavirus. It's like you're excavating for buried treasure. You kind of got to go gingerly with your fingers and see what you end up pulling out. There's another one. Yep, right here. That's a nice one. So these are the ones we'll eat first. We won't plan on storing this variety. Boom, boom. There's more down here somewhere. I can feel them. Here we go. It's quite a little buried spot. I can't get in there yet. So that one right there is the seed potato, so it's all rotted and gross.
Is that supposed to happen?
Yep. You don't always still have the seed potato, but sometimes you do. If you don't get all your potatoes out, they'll start growing on you next year. And the seed potatoes, it's all blech, gross. Alright, let's go weigh these and see what we got for poundage on our French fingerlings. I'm going to say 10 to 15 pounds is my guess. Going to turn it on. We want to keep records so that way we know for next year what to plant, what we had the best harvest with. So we have, that's not what I want. I was going to say holy moly, but that's fluid ounces. We want pounds. 13.3 pounds, and this weighs 1 point something pounds. So we got 12 pounds of fingerlings. That's pretty good. We're not going to clean the potatoes off. We're going to leave them dirty and let the dirt dry on them, and then we will brush them off afterwards. This is all part of the curing phase. So we'll let them cure for at least a week and we'll check on them. We've been having a lot of people asking us on our pickled stuff that we pickled, how long you should wait till you eat them. You should wait at least a week, if not 2, so that way they have the full flavor of the picklings. If you eat them right away, they're just going to taste a lot like vinegar.
And we like to try them anyway.
Yes, we can have a wait the full 2 weeks before we crack into a jar, but if you do, just know that's not the full flavor you're going to have. Go figure out what the next variety is we have waiting in the greenhouse for us. Oh, they're looking good. Those are looking really good. I'm liking what I see so far. Ooh, yes.
Oh.
I'm just trying to see how far down they went. And that plant didn't have too many on it. Now you can use a pitchfork to come in here, get into it, and then flop it over. I like doing it by hand. We don't have huge beds, and you don't have to worry about as much as damaging your potatoes.
Maybe you should come in after with it, though.
Yeah, we could come in after and double check. I'm feeling like if we're not getting a huge harvest this year, we need to make it so our soil doesn't get so compacted. I'm finding that when it's down low, it's pretty compacted, so the potatoes might not be able to grow as easy as they could. But that's a nice one. Nice worm. I'm going to say poundage wise will probably be the same as the fingerlings. A nice little clump right here. 3, 4. That's where the seed potato was. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty compacted. I feel like the potatoes themselves probably could have rooted out further, but it's pretty hard for them to start growing more potatoes. So I think next year if we add more compost, we'll have a better yield. But leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. I like that size.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. I'm going to say 12 pounds again. What do you think? Let's see. 13, so yeah, 12. Once we minus the basket out. So it'll be interesting to see if that's what our yield is for all the varieties we have. Actually, I don't want to put them on the 2x4.
Do we just have one more different kind?
I think we got 2 or 3 more different kinds.
I think Yukon Gold is our favorite, though.
It is. And that other bed that is behind the green beans, that might be Yukon Gold. So we got to skip this variety here and then go down here. So the variety that's not ready yet is Elba's. And then we're going to be pulling out this one, which goes to... These are caribou russet potatoes.
You got the basket?
I do. Oh my.
Is that the seed potato?
No.
Or is that a different potato? No, it is.
I'm finding a lot of worms, which is cool. But yeah, these potatoes are definitely deep, and they're not spreading out like the other varieties. They're more up top and like this way. These are more down, and they haven't gone very wide. Look at that. If this keeps up, I think we're going to get our best yield from the russets. Wouldn't expect to find that one. Oh wow. Thought we were all done on this plant.
that breeze feel good?
It does. That's the tropical storm blowing in. I think it's from down Florida or something. They got it. We're supposed to be getting a ton of rain tomorrow, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. If we do get a lot of rain, we'll have to close the sides down of the greenhouse.
Right.
If we keep the sides of the greenhouse open during a big rainstorm, all the water rushes inside and just erodes this row.
That's a good one.
I think it might be one of the biggest ones. This one's not bad either. Alright, I think that's it for the russets.
15 pounds?
I would say at least 15. It's the heaviest one so far.
They're bigger.
Oh, that little bit of the breeze smells nice. I'm seeing some slightly orange tomatoes. That means BLTs will be in our future soon.
Probably BSTs.
Alright, let's see if we got 15 pounds. That means we need 16 pounds. Right on the line. Like, we need like 0.2 and we'll be at 16.
Don't touch it. I just 16, round up.
16 right there. We slide the basket over centered more. 16 pounds. That's 15 pounds of russets. Ready to lay them out. So that's our biggest yield of any potato yet. I'm actually impressed with the skin. That skin's looking really nice. It's why we wanted to let them sit in the ground before we harvested them, so the skin starts to get thick. But if we rub off the dirt right now, the skin's just going to fall off. So by letting everything dry, the skin's going to thicken up and it's going to stay in the potato better. So that way they'll store better and last longer. So right here we have Adirondack red potatoes. That works. That's a nice little one.
Oh, these are pretty. These are the pink ones, I think. Like.
Oh, these are the ones you think that's pink on the inside?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Want a potato? You can't eat them. Those are for us, mister. For us.
Are you doing for boy? Huh? Are you doing for boy? Oh, I'm not gonna scratch you or anything. Or Rick.
Don't dig for the potatoes. The nice thing about the potatoes being done as early as they are is we'll be able to replant these beds with our fall and winter crops. We get a lot of stuff started from seed in our seed trays over in front of the outdoor kitchen. So flip these beds in a day or so, and then we can get them planted again later on. So we'll be able to get 2 harvests out of this one bed. A nice little score right here. 1, 2. Treasure hunting. 3, 4. That one's the seed potato. I don't want to squeeze it too hard because it'll end up filling the hand with goo. The little ones aren't anything great, or roast them. Those actually make really good roasted potatoes with roasted veggies.
As long as they're not super hard. Sometimes the little ones are really hard.
That's what the good potatoes are really good for, roasting them with your veggies.
Yeah, you don't do nothing besides wash them, oil them.
Right, salt and pepper, and in with the veggies they go. I think we're going to have to close up the greenhouse tonight, no matter how warm it is with this wind coming.
Yeah.
Make sure everything stays intact. One. Another one. Alright. That is gonna do it. Rotted. I'm gonna say 10 pounds.
Dun 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 dun!
Bum, bum, ba-dum. 13.09. So again, 12 pounds. That's the average so far. We either have one or two more varieties left.
Getting pretty saggy there.
Yeah, then our next ones will go over here, so we should be good. We should have just enough room. Alright, what variety is this? This is Kennebunkport. So this, I want to say it's like another russet potato, another baking potato. So these should be big ones. Those are perfect for roasting. Put those in with some onions and peppers and broccoli and...
I don't think we have many onions though.
I know.
I don't think we should. We need to use those sparingly.
Now this one plant, what I've noticed is the skins, there was another potato I just dug out. The skins on this one are very light and thin, so this one plant didn't die back as much, I guess. So we'll have to keep an eye on some of these potatoes and see how well they look once they dry up, and for storage reason we might want to use this variety, one of the first ones. If you don't have a good skin, it just means they won't last as long in storage.
Those are good ones.
Yeah. Alright, this one I'm going to say 10 pounds. 12.6, so yeah, 11 pounds. Not bad. That was our smallest, one of our smaller areas with this kind. I hope this will support all the weight. So how many pounds of potatoes do you think we could go through a week? 5 pounds?
Us?
Yeah, as a family.
Like if we're just eating normally?
Yeah, if we're eating normally, how many pounds of it? I know in the winter and fall months we're going to go through more. But I'm just trying to think, like if we wanted to plan how many rows of potatoes to plant so it would last us a year. If we go off of this harvest and then go, okay, we could go through 200 pounds a year. We'll have to figure out how many rows of potatoes to grow next year off of what we got for a harvest this year. So this is the last of our potato harvest for the day. We'll save that until the plants start looking like these plants. These are all Yukon Golds. We really enjoy Yukon Gold potatoes, so we figured this would be a good row to plant them all in. Ooh, that's some nice potatoes. Couple of nice ones right here.
You're gonna get blown away.
I know, that storm's coming. So if we don't get a video up in time on one day, it's because we lost power or internet. They're calling for over an inch of rain one day. I think that's tomorrow. How much you think? I'm gonna say 20 pounds. Let's see. 19.1, so 18 pounds. So that's just shy of 80 pounds of potatoes, but we're still not done because we'll probably have another 12 pounds out of that other variety. So if we planted like double of what we planted this year, or triple, we'd have more than enough. So if we did 2 50-foot rows, we should have enough. We definitely learned a few things this year growing them in the greenhouse. I think they did well. I think they would have grown bigger and maybe more if our soil wasn't so compacted.
Right.
So we either need to add compost or something else to it so it doesn't compact so much. So if you have any ideas, leave in the comments down below. And if we want to be able to grow enough, with the yield we got this year, we would need to do 2 50-foot rows outside of the greenhouse to have enough to last us for the whole year. It's always fun to grow your own food, and it's always more fun to learn as you go.
Right.
What you need to tweak and stuff.
The other thing is we also have sweet potatoes. Hopefully those do good, and that will also be hybrid potatoes.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel about that. We do have the sweet potatoes.
Right. I know. I just
So if we get this much or more of the sweet potatoes, that's enough potatoes for the year.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, you like all lace potatoes now too. So.
We have pumpkins growing. We have buttercup squash growing.
Right.
So we probably have more than enough of this kind of stuff. We've got rutabagas. We got more rutabagas coming. We're gonna have a lot of beets. We're gonna have a lot of carrots. So we're gonna be in good shape.
All right.
What's for dinner tonight?
So we're gonna take some of those potatoes, right?
Some small potatoes.
So that's fine because we're gonna eat them.
Yep.
Let's see. We got some peppers. It looks so funny, doesn't it?
That looks vacant. You're right.
You gotta get your pitchfork in here though.
That plant is loaded with them.
Ooh. We have some pepper harvesting to do. Has this.
It'd be really good. This one right here looks like a good one.
I'm super excited because we're just going to roast up a bunch of veggies tonight. And we got a lot of different varieties so that there's something for everyone.
What a delicious meal off everything from oil.
Time to heal, yet still you fight with what you're told.
We have a
Hold on to your scars and wounds and paths of home. And I said, ooh, what would you do if you could lose?